Okay, so I'm going to eat my breakfast and then start driving to my appointment and hopefully spill out my entire weekly political spew, splooge, whatever you want to call it, in the process. And I think I'm going to start by pointing out something that I find it remarkably pathetic that the majority of U.S. media has failed to talk about to any large degree, and that's the presidential election in Mexico. We're willing to rant and rave about these people that are crossing through Mexico to get to the United States, but then Mexico has an election, and we don't say two words about it. Barely, anyways. And this time, it's mostly because of the fact that they elected a woman. I need to do some more research on her, but the point was that the candidates came down to only women, so it was going to be a woman. Some of the reaction within Mexico that I've heard indicates that their society is not necessarily any less sexist than we are here in the United States, apart from the fact that they were willing to do something like this, which we still don't seem to be able to do. Admittedly, looking at Nikki Haley and certain others, maybe that's not such a bad thing. But yeah. So yeah. If you haven't looked it up, look up the Mexican election. Let me know what you think of the winner. Let me know what you think about how you think that might play on the change on the security for the southern border and that issue and things related to that, among plenty of other things. Yeah. Okay. I know it's going to be kind of dead silence, but I need to take like 2 minutes to eat, and I'm going to do that. So here, I'm going to. There. Now you got Windows wipers to watch. Ha ha. Promise you just another minute or two, and then I will resume driving and resume speaking. So thank you for holding on if you are still holding on. I will say we were just barely getting into triple-digit weather, so we really do need this rain. Definitely not complaining about the weather at the moment. Rolling down the windows so I can see. Oh, okay. Here we go. So having talked about Mexico, and we're not going to get too far away from Mexico very, very quickly, sorry. Biden. First, let me just say that whatever I'm about to say, as long as he's living and on the ticket, I'm voting for him because what else do I need to say? Trump, I mean, I've said it. Other people have said it. I will say a bunch of stuff again. But right now, yeah, I'll vote for him because he's not Trump. I mean, shit. It's that simple. Okay, so back to Biden. On Gaza, I've kind of been almost putting my head in the sand because every other time I bring up my head and hear what he's doing or saying, I want to slap him around. It sounds from the last time I brought up my head and listened like maybe he's back on the right path. I don't know. But, yeah, fingers crossed on that one. I don't know. Feel free to let me know what you know. I mean, obviously the whole situation is still kerflucked. I kind of like that, yeah. But, so there's that. And then just in the last, 48 hours, apparently he's done some kind of executive action on the border, which I have extremely mixed feelings about. The majority of what he has actually done, I mean, in terms of actual policy, actual monies, actual whatnot, I'm either only mildly annoyed by or totally agree with. It's the logic of why he is doing it now that bothers me, because it feels like it's him feeling pushed around by the Republicans and by the fact that it's an election year and all this other stuff, and that if he really thought that what he was doing needed to be done, he could have done it years ago. I mean, if you think that we have an open border, guess what? We still do. We don't, but if that's what you're thinking, then what he's doing isn't really dramatically changing that. It's adding resources and people where almost everybody agrees that we need them. I get that, and that's good. But the fact that he did a run around Congress is going to have a lot of people on both sides saying that he shouldn't necessarily have done that. So it's not what he's done. I mostly agree with it. It's why and how he's doing it. Ironically, I think it could bite him in the ass. I hope it doesn't. It's one of those things where no, I won't even go there. I'm worried about it. I gotta learn that traffic on Parmer just sucks. Traffic on Parmer sucks. Say it with me. I don't care if you live in Texas or even if you live in the United States. Traffic on Parmer before 9 a.m. sucks. Just say it with me, folks. Yeah, I'll probably still make my appointment in time, but goddamn, this sucks. Oh yeah, random political point. Had a conversation with my parents, actually silent generation, so pre-boomer. That's how old they are. Anyways, touched on a few points of politics, including saying that everybody running is too old, which They are, but it's everybody. It's not just Biden. It's everybody. It's Biden, Trump, everybody who's recently run, and everybody who is getting any attention as a third-party candidate. That's who we mean by everybody right now. But there were some weird things, like my father made some weird comment about Putin and about don't poke the bear, and it's like Putin was the one that invaded Ukraine. We're just propping up our buddies. And then the weirdest thing, and I think again it was my dad. He was like, "Yeah," and so we hear you guys are gonna like help Michelle Obama run for president. And I don't know about the rest of you, but what's interesting about that is that I have only heard that a handful of times, and it is only from friends and family who are Republican that are saying that. I have yet to hear, read, see anybody actually on the left who's said any word about that. Or, I mean, she's not going to, she shouldn't, it's not necessarily a good idea. She would probably be good at it if she did, but that's not the point. The point is it's this weird disinformation. I don't know, it's just weird. Dude, you're not helping yourself by getting in front of me like this. You're also not hurting me that much either, so whatever. Anyways, I do think if I can carve out some time this afternoon that I'll do a live to respond to some of the things that I brought up here. I don't know whether it's that I don't have anything else to say or just that I feel so exasperated by everything that's going on. I think it's much more the latter. I mean, there's plenty I could keep ranting on about, but I don't feel too hopeful about most of it. Because most of it's not heading in a good direction, and it's so yeah. At the very least, at the very least, please do not fail to get out to vote. Do not fail to get out and talk to like-minded people. Do not fail every once in a while to talk to maybe some not so like-minded people, because, well, don't beat yourself up trying to change anybody's minds, but with that in mind, it doesn't hurt to have those conversations. So, well, it can, but if you applied in liberal dosage, it can be illuminating, healthy, something, I don't know. I am not in a mood to rant just for the sake of ranting, and I think I've talked about the things that I thought I would already talk about. So as I turn on to 35 and curse the people who design the roads here in North Austin, I believe I'll just stay safe, do your homework, don't fall for stupid shit, don't repost stupid shit, take down the stupid shit if you realize it's stupid. Okay, and enjoy the Wednesday. Thank you.